Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here with you today. I'm Jessie Reimers, Presidential Diamond Leader from Australia, and I'm here with the legendary tapping EFT wizard and also extremely hilarious Brad Yates. Thanks for being with me, Brad.
Thank you, Jessie. Thanks for not putting any pressure on me.
Yeah, none at all. Your reputation precedes you. So I actually have a PowerPoint, a very fancy PowerPoint to share with you today. I've been working with Alison Bartolo a bit lately, and she does the most stunning PowerPoints. So I'm trying to up my game slightly. I'm just going to screen share and get that going for you guys. And thank you to everyone that's taken the time out to be on today to talk about rank advancing, tapping into rank advancing. Brad, you can see that? I'm doing it right?
That's what I see.
Excellent. So let's first talk about what each rank is based on. So is it possible to get to the rank of elite? The rank of elite is 3,000 overall volume, approximately 12 home essentials kits plus the fractionated coconut oil. And remember that it's based on your order, anyone ordering in your entire team, any new enrollments that you get or other people in your team get, any loyalty reward orders placed, any standard orders placed. So yeah, it's just 3,000 overall volume. So a heck yes, whether it's this month, next month, 6 months, a year, it is possible for every single person on the planet to achieve a basic rank like elite. So if you can achieve the rank of elite, can you help others achieve that rank? Helping 3 people means you get to the rank of silver, 9 people will get to the rank of platinum, and 12 elites actually equals diamonds. Those 12 elites are arranged under 4 silvers. But it is really very simple. Even the rank of presidential diamond is helping 54 people achieve the rank of elite. So if you can help 12 others get to elite under 4 silvers, yes, you can achieve the rank of diamond. This is showing.
Hey, Jessie, can I jump in here real quick? Can you switch it to me for a second?
Yes, I will. My mouse is being a bit weird. Just give me a second. There we go. Whoa, no, sorry.
Oh, cool.
There you
go. Just because there might be a number of folks on the line who are like, cool, but what is this tapping thing? And I know, and I can just imagine that a lot of folks just looked at that very first slide of yours and went, yeah, heck no. So I thought it might be great. Let me quickly show people the tapping so that as they go through this, because this is amazing for everyone who's watching. Jesse just took me through this stuff, and there's a lot of great information. And I know that if you watch that first slide and you're going, already it's too much for me, then I want to show you this simple tool for changing that and changing your belief. Does that work for you?
Sounds awesome.
Okay. So if you're unfamiliar with tapping, also known as EFT or emotional freedom technique, it's based originally on acupuncture. So for thousands of years in Chinese medicine, they've said there's this flow of energy through the body along these pathways called meridians. And so when the energy is flowing naturally, we experience our natural state of health and well-being. And when it gets stuck, we don't feel so good. And we feel stress. And when we don't feel so good, we don't think as clearly, and we don't make good choices, which can really get in the way of your business and your rank advancement, because your fear comes up and you start blowing all of these things that Jessie's going to show you that you can do. And when stress happens, we shut down and we don't allow ourselves to have the success that we can have. So instead of sticking needles in, we're just going to be tapping with our fingertips. And so I'm just going to take you through a really quick thing. So just right now, think about just having looked at that first slide about the different levels. And, Jessie laid it out. Yeah, of course you can do this. This is absolutely possible. People are doing this. Allow yourself to be aware of any sense of stress that might come up, any sense of, I can't do this, and just tap with me. So just, I can just taking your fingertips of your index and middle finger and just gently tapping, and then repeat back what I say. I'll show you where to tap. You repeat back what I say. And even if the issue about believing whether it's possible is not yours, you'll just get the idea of how it feels, and chances are you're going to feel more relaxed anyway, because that's what tapping does. It dramatically lowers cortisol. It is an incredible stress relief technique. And that's why we created the ecourse. And why we're talking about tapping into this is because it sets you free to be your best self and achieve these incredible things. So, even though I have some doubts, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I might have some doubts, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though I might have some doubts, even on that first slide, looking at these different ranks, and part of me is saying, heck no. I can't do that. And even though I have these doubts, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe anyone else who may have contributed to these doubts. Okay. Tapping right here at the beginning of your eyebrow. All this doubt. Right here at the corner of your eye. All these doubts. And right under the middle of your eye. All these doubts that I can do it. Right under your nose. Because I haven't done it yet. Right under the mouth above your chin. And if I haven't done it before. And right here where your collarbones just about meet, just make a fist and tap right over there. Anything I haven't done before. About 4 inches below your arm. It's going to be really difficult for me to do. And with all of your fingertips, just tapping around the crown of your head. If I haven't done it before. I doubt that I can do it now. And I'm already feeling some stress. And now I choose to let that stress go. All these doubts. Letting them go. Because every single day. I do all kinds of things. That I couldn't do at one point. So not having been able to do it before. Is not a real limitation. Jessie says I can do it. She knows what she's talking about. I'm allowing myself to believe her. And I'm clearing out the fears. Clearing out the doubts. Allowing myself to feel much more confident. In body, mind, and spirit. And take a deep breath. So hopefully now you might find yourself breathing a little more easily. And maybe, Jessie, you can throw back up that first slide and let people, again, have that sense of looking at it and going, hopefully that feeling of heck yeah is, that heck yes is much more tangible. So, talking about advancement, so we want our confidence to go up to a 10. Heck yes is a 10 on confidence. So hopefully you're up there or much of that. And so as Jessie takes you through these slides, go ahead and allow yourself to be tapping. For many people, the collarbone point is a key point, and so you might just be tapping that point as you go along. So if any part of you starts to have thoughts as you watch these slides saying, I don't know, that would be really hard, I don't have what it takes, and all these other stories you tell yourself, tap. Start clearing that out, because that stuff is not true. So, sorry to interrupt you, Jessie. I just wanted to, I wanted folks to get the most out of what you're presenting.
Yes, always start with tapping. I love it. Winning. All right, so let's have a look at the average earnings. Now, guys, remember that these are averages. So below the average, I also have the entry level of what you're likely to achieve when you first hit that rank, because an average will grow the more people and more volume you have in your business, and the more you're heading towards the next rank. So feel into what your next rank advancement is, and also what your ultimate goal, like your 6, 12 to 5-year goals are for your rank advancement, and feel into earning that kind of money. And I think it's important to talk about money, because that for me was definitely one of the major blockers for me in rank advancement. And I feel like society's ideas around money have been to align being wealthy or being abundant with being maybe greedy and snobbish. So definitely the thoughts that I had, because I have never had a lot of money prior to doTERRA. And I would look at things like Cruella de Vil and big corporations and feel like people with a lot of money didn't care about the environment and weren't spiritual and all this stuff. But when you really think about your life right now and how much of a difference you can make with your current financial abundance, and I know you can still volunteer and do all sorts of things, but when you're stressed about having a roof over your head or not able to go on amazing holidays, money just provides you more choices and more opportunities in your life. And it also provides you with an opportunity to give back even more. When you're not stressed about money and you have your own needs taken care of and your abundance surpluses beyond your own needs, you can make a massive difference in your life and others' lives and the greater community and in causes you're passionate about. Brad and I actually donating 10% of the proceeds of our ecourse to the Healing Hands Foundation. And just last weekend, I was at a Days for Girls sewing event that I started the funding for. I've donated several $1,000s to that. And it only takes $15 to make one hygiene kit. So you can imagine how many hygiene kits that original funding I put in to start that project creates. And we're taking hundreds of these kits over to Nepal in 2 weeks to distribute to women that don't have access to pads and tampons or education about what their period even means. So it's pretty incredible what that kind of abundance can do for you. So look at the money and start to feel more okay with receiving that kind of abundance. And tapping was a major, and still is a major tool for me to work through my own money blocks and resistance to money. And we do have a money tapping in our ecourse.
Yeah.
So
yeah, just so, and as Jessie shows those figures, allow yourself to be aware of any stress that might come up, and continue tapping to let that go, because that's old beliefs that don't help anyone. You can't be poor enough to help anyone. So allow yourself to clear those old ideas, and it's just stress that comes from misunderstandings, other people's misunderstandings that they've put on you. So give yourself permission to let that go. And I'm guessing there may, I don't know, there may be folks who are on the call who are not necessarily in doTERRA, but my guess is that this structure is similar or comparable to a lot of different organizations. So you can allow yourself to translate that for yourself as you go through it, and allow yourself to recognize, okay, this is similar, or this is how I can apply this to my own situation.
Absolutely. Or even your own business. Like, what are your financial goals in your own business?
Exactly.
All network marketing companies generally have a rank-based compensation plan. So as Brad said, you can replace necessarily for that. So then we look at loyalty reward orders for business owners. And again, this is specific to doTERRA. But obviously, whatever network marketing company or business you're in, make sure that you're prepared with the tools and resources you need to be successful. You can't go into a rank advancement without having your product on hand, or without having whatever resources and tools you need to train on hand. So I always order the 6-pack of intro kits, because I have enough oils for my own. Obviously I add to it any oils, blends, and products I need to personally top up. But I add these to my order, so I have them to gift out. I either gift them as the 3-pack as is, or break them up and give out the 5 ml lavender, lemon, peppermint, because they look super professional and beautiful. You can obviously do sample vials and everything like that. If you're super early in starting your business and you want to save money, might be a better idea to do that. But as your business grows, you need to place your 100p VLRP anyway. So may as well be with stuff that you can use in your business. And then obviously ordering your 1 or 2 Empower kits, so you have everything you need to run classes, one-on-ones, etc., and do that. And also, if you want to add a hope oil or a rose lotion, remembering that all proceeds go to Healing Hands. And telling the story of hope in classes or when sharing experiences one-on-one with people can really help them understand the culture and integrity of doTERRA, and teaching people about giving back and the global impact they're making in people's lives is pretty powerful. So now, rank advancing is a choice that you make. It is your decision. And even if it scares the absolute pants off you and looks totally impossible right now, and I can tell you right now, every rank that I've gone for looks totally impossible, even like 12 hours out, 24 hours out, a week out. I know that we're on the 20th of the month right now, and our business is based month by month. So often in the third week of the month is when people can, not always, but can look at their rank and give up and say it's too hard. You know, at the beginning of the month, they have big hopes and plans and dreams and action plan. And then right now they can sometimes take their foot off the gas, which does not serve your business at all. So even if it looks impossible, commit to that goal. And you could commit right now today to still rank advance in April. And it's a decision you make day in, day out. You continue to make choices that either support or do not support this goal.
If you've stopped tapping, you might want to tap at this moment. Because I know that for a lot of people, that's just that right there. I mean, right there you wrote, it scares the absolute pants off you. And it is just fear. And it stops you from being who you can be and making the difference that you can make. And again, regardless of what kind of business you're in, this is applicable to any entrepreneur in terms of setting your goals and feeling like I can't do it. And, you know, the reasons why we don't even allow ourselves to set goals sometimes is because, oh, it scares me when I do that. But you have what it takes. And if you feel that fear, again, throughout this process, throughout this PowerPoint, allow yourself just tapping the collarbone point or tapping through different points, whatever feels right. Allow yourself to clear that stress out so you can look at this and again, get back to that heck yes feeling.
Love it. So visualize yourself already as the rank you are aiming for. Who would you be and what action would you be taking? I feel irritated when people say, I can't do business training or I can't talk about the business opportunity, I can't do X, Y, Z because I'm not a diamond or whatever high rank in the company is. And therefore people, you know, aren't going to listen to me. I was doing business training literally from the moment I started my business. So even at the elite, premier, silver, beginning rank levels, I was creating resources, creating videos. I was doing in-person, face-to-face business training very, very early on in my business. You know, most of the time I had very little idea what I was actually talking about, but I was using the resources on Share Success and watching other people's YouTube videos. And if I wasn't teaching people about the business opportunity and how to run a business, I wouldn't have been able to get where I am. So it's literally just learning as you go, showing up from the beginning and not just playing small because you're not at that rank yet. How do you think you get to that rank, really? So creating things like a vision board, you know, changing all your passwords on your phone or your email or everything to be suited to the rank you're going for. So including something meaningful about that rank. I have Post-it notes all over, you know, around the edges of my computer screen or on my desk or on my mirror, writing on the mirror, and writing out your goal daily. I am silver on or before 30 April 2018. It feels amazing, empowering, abundant, joyful, etc. Obviously replace that with whatever rank you're going for, whatever goal you're going for in your business. I personally enroll 11 plus people with 100 PV plus orders in April 2018. And really stepping into how that feels to be at that rank, to be recognized at that rank, to have the abundance that that rank creates, to step into the leadership of that rank. And self-auditing your time. So I was having a chat with some diamonds and some blue diamonds this morning about rank advancing, and PJ shared she's a blue diamond. Ask yourself in each moment, is what I'm doing contributing to my commitment here? Hint, scrolling on Facebook probably isn't serving your goal. I added that bit. And Rebecca Jackson shared, is this taking me closer towards my rank and my inspiring future, or is it keeping me stuck in my past?
Yeah. What moves the needle in the right direction?
That's it. So check out the amazing New Empowered Success Guides. The Live, Share, Build launch had already been released, but these other ones that you see have only just been released. So jump on, even if you just Google doTERRA Empowered Success, you'll find them, or follow that link, because we now have, the launch one is to launch to Elite, the Train to Premier and Silver, Lead to Gold, Multiplied Platinum and Diamond, Influence to Blue Diamond, and Inspire to Presidential Diamond. These are freaking awesome tools for those of you in doTERRA. They're amazing. All of the top leaders have come together, set their differences aside, you know, from all different teams to create these awesome resources. And a great way to use these would be create an immersion day if you live locally to your team members, to fill these in and do them together. So you're actually planning and know exactly what's required to achieve these. Or if you don't live locally to your team, jump on a team Zoom, set a time to all jump on a team Zoom and fill them out, you know, and be accountable face-to-face on those Zoom calls. I think that'll be a great way to utilize these. But even if you just started your business and you don't yet have a team, definitely fill these in and work with your upline or mentor to go through these. Also really crucial to know your numbers, know exactly what volume you need in which legs. Every rank above Elite is either based on elites or executives. Elites make up silvers, which makes up platinums, diamonds, and presidential diamonds. And executives make up premiers plus that extra 1,000 to make sure you hit 5,000 OV, which makes up gold and blue diamonds. And use a rank tracker like the one found on the Food Alchemy website under oil resources, or just write it out on a bit of paper. Literally do it daily. How can you aim for what you want if you don't know exactly what you need to hit that goal? And I write, some people use the rank tracker and fill in any loyalty rewards orders to come through. This might be a little bit basic, but I've never written down the orders that are coming. I always write down exactly what I have right now today, so I know what I need, because people can change their orders. Plus, I love seeing more volume come in and getting excited by it coming in. Even if it was always coming in, it was already, people had already set up orders. It like helps me to feel more accomplished to see that volume getting higher and higher as the days pass of the month. But literally track it daily, whether you use an Excel spreadsheet or the rank tracker or writing it out on a bit of paper. Super important to know your numbers. Do you want to
tap on any issues you might have with math? Because there are some of us that it's like, there's math involved. I don't like numbers. And that's, again, that's one of those limiting beliefs that is not true. And one of those places where you can clear that out and shift your belief around that so that you can use the numbers to help you get to where you want to be.
Absolutely. And that's where something like an Excel spreadsheet can really help you, because you're literally just doing data entry and then Excel can help you calculate, which is handy. And personally enroll. Never ever stop personally enrolling. All of the most successful leaders that I know that actually maintain and are paid at that rank, they continue to personally enroll. They're running their own classes and one-on-ones and booking classes from classes. Share the oils or share whatever product and opportunity you have with everyone. Continue to expand your network constantly. There's so many people that you can develop relationships with and help. And place these people in legs where you need volume, and then help them get their oils for free. So yeah, that I just find working with fresh energy and helping enroll new people and placing them where I need them, and obviously where they're going to be best supported and where it's going to be a good fit for them in terms of geographic location, etc., is the number one thing that I've used to continue my business growing and sustaining rank consistently. So this is an easy sharing script that you can use that's not going to feel, you know, too salesy, and a great way to introduce people to what you're doing. So, hey, just thinking of you and want to send a gift. Can you let me know what your top 3 priorities concerns are right now? And I'll tailor make a care package just for you. Then use the Modern Essentials book or app to figure out what will be the best fit for their concerns when they reply back with their priorities and concerns. And post or give in person up to 3, no more than this or you'll overwhelm them. Like 2 rollers and a sample vial, or 5 ml bottles with a handwritten note on how they can use these. And then once they let you know and you're getting ready to send it off, let them know you'll follow up within a week to see how they're going, and diarize to follow up and keep to your word. From there, you can invite them to learn more, come to a class, catch up for coffee one-on-one with you, etc. So I just find that a really easy way, because people, like, you're wanting to help people with the product or service that you have. And so this is an easy way to, they can feel supported and give a special gift to them that's actually going to make a difference in their life. And then we've got some booking classes script. New person works even better, again, if they've had a powerful personal experience like the page before. So, hi, Jane, insert personalized message if you wish. So, how are the kids or whatever? Are you open to natural ways to take care of your health? I'm teaching people how to use essential oils. Are you open to coming to a class at my place? Or for someone already in your business, hi, Sarah, I know you love the oils. Will you host a class for 4 to 7 people in April, May, so we can help more people learn about them? Of course, anyone you invite, you'll get to enroll, and we can start earning your oils for free / get you some cash. Just want to make a quick point. In the tapping e-course that Brad and I have created, we have no specific oil language or jargon. This is just like in this PowerPoint for rank advancing, because it's the business that I'm in. But Brad has been extremely careful to make sure his videos are generic for anyone in any network marketing business. So the language will work no matter what business you're in, which is awesome. And focus on building community is absolutely crucial. Focus on relationships and building those relationships rather than, I'll tell you a quick story about an event I went to in Sydney. Was it Sydney or Melbourne? Man, I travel too much. I think it was Melbourne. Anyway,
all those Australian cities.
Yeah, it was an awesome event. We were seeing John C. Maxwell speak and a bunch of other incredible leadership speakers that are globally recognized for their work. And Leah, one of my incredible business partners, was at this event with me, and we went to the VIP lunch. And literally, our asses had not hit the seat at the table we were sitting for lunch. And this woman frisbeed, like I'm not joking, actually frisbeed her business cards across the table at us. That was the first thing she did before even saying hello, before our asses had hit the seat to sit down. So all of the business, because she did this to everyone, it was like a table of 10, not just Leah and I. All of her business cards were left on the table when everyone stood up after lunch. No one kept her business cards. Whereas Leah and I focused on building relationships with people all day. You know, we were passing around our Intune Focus Blend down the front row to keep us focused after a full day of listening to speakers. We had peppermint beadlets to keep people alert and, you know, fresh in breath. And we were just having fun and developing relationships with people. At the end of the day, Leah and I were asked by like 10 to 15 people for our business cards, people actually asking for our details, and we were swapping details with people. So focusing on relationships rather than verbal diarrhea, doTERRA, or whatever your product is, and like applying essential oils to them without their permission, always a better way to go. And helping people get their oils for free in your business. Lead them through live, share, build. So I know that some people unfortunately train to, if you do a class with someone and they say they don't want to build a business, just enroll their contacts and put them wherever you want. That is an extremely short-sighted focus, in my opinion, and is not going to create long-term stability in your business or build a real community of trust and loyalty. And I can tell you right now, 99% of the people building a business in my team said to me in the beginning that they didn't want to build a business. They literally just wanted to get their oils at wholesale prices. They wanted to use them. And Leah, for example, that leader I went to Melbourne with, she definitely didn't want to build a business. She was a full-time teacher. But she sent 2 people along to one of my workshops because they wanted to know more about the oils. So I enrolled them under her ID anyway, even though she said she didn't want to build. And then one of those people started sharing and building their business, and she started to get her oils for free and get a kickback. And slowly we offered her to do some more classes for her, help her enroll more of her friends and community. And then that led her through living, sharing, building, and ultimately leading a massive and extremely successful business. And that's been the way it's worked across all of my team. I've had one person in my whole team sit down with me at the first meeting and say, yeah, I want to build a business. Actually, no, I think I've had 2. But yeah, massive percentage of people. So if you have that short-sighted focus of taking everything for yourself, I'll tell you right now, it doesn't build community and stability. Also, focus on legs that need volume. Don't worry about fast start, and do not be short-sighted or selfish. If there's someone in a leg where you need volume and they're not your enrollment, they're not even your enrollment's enrollment, whatever, go and help them do classes, even 1, 2, 3 classes, and help that leg have volume in it. That is an income-producing activity, even though you don't receive fast start, because volume where you need it helps you to rank advance, and leadership bonuses are a massive part of your commissions, and actually maintaining that rank and continuing to get those leadership bonuses. So it's very much an income producing activity to do classes for people, even if you haven't enrolled them. contact everyone in legs you need volume, offer run classes. If they've already had one, offer a second or a third one, and that's how you open people up to sharing and building. It's that multiple touches, continuing to build that relationship over time, and remember that you rise as you help others rise. And also talk about the business opportunity, not just the essential oils or not just your product. Make sure you always cover live, share, build at the end of every class, and actually let people know there's an opportunity. If you teach a class just about products and they have no idea there's an opportunity and a chance for them to get involved, then they're not going to be able to say yes to it. So dive into that fear of rejection and fear of people not wanting to know about network marketing, and whether people think you're involved in a filthy pyramid scheme, which is not, because those are illegal. And realize that when you get rejected or people say no, they're not interested in the business opportunity, you don't actually die. Like, nothing super, super bad happens. And a lot of those people that say no in the beginning turn around later and share with their mum or their sister or their friend, and then share with a few more people, and then start to build and then start to lead a business. So no is not always no forever. It's no, not right now. And as you continue to develop that relationship and support people and meet people where they're at, like not force people to build that don't want to, then those no's can turn into big yeses. But yeah, dealing with your fear of rejection, and also thinking about how you would feel if the person that shared with you didn't do that because they had their own fears and mindset holding them back, and what a massive shame that would be for your life. So allow people the opportunity to say no and yes, and just become used to it. I get rejected consistently still, but I also have people say yes to me and go on this journey with me. So use the build guide. I'm not sure if it's on the Share Success Library anymore, as it's now on the doTERRA Empowered Success, and it will be coming very soon to your back office as well. And another thing that I have done is also run optional business opportunity info sessions at the end of classes, and also at least once a month or every 2 months, run an oil medley or product information session with an optional business training. Because what happens is people come to the first half of the day and learn all about the products, and you can include other people in your team to present on what they're super passionate about. And then after lunch, you have an optional business training session. And what happens is a lot of people stay for the first half, and then they're so inspired and excited about everything they learned, they actually stay for the optional business training, which is really cool. Run with the runners. Stay close and connected to the ones showing up who want this. Work with them, love them, support them, believe in, encourage, and champion them. But also, where there are no runners or people who say they want to do this, but their actions do not align with what they're telling you, that is where you personally enroll more people and reach down further and do classes and create exactly what you want. So let go of story right now. It just does not serve you. Some examples of people buying into story: my such and such leg doesn't want to do the work. I can't get to silver because one of my legs isn't ready to get to elite. I can't get to blue diamond because one of my girls isn't ready to hit gold. Enroll people yourself and work with fresh energy. Personal enrollments, I'm telling you right now, is like the solution to every problem in your business. Another one could be: my upline doesn't want to support me. Get it done yourself and be the leader you want to attract. Plus, make an effort to attend every event ever and cultivate other relationships, cross-line buddies, relationships in your own team. You know, work on those relationships with your upline, because most of the time they actually do want to support you and they're totally there to help you, but you're the one not willing to receive that or not willing to see what that person has to offer. So open your mind up to the potential of the things that person does have to offer you and how much love they have to give, and maybe stop rejecting it, and give and help others and you will receive. So resentment does not serve you. Let go and take personal responsibility. Brad, I'm sure you have things you want to say right now.
Well, amen to that. Resentment does not serve you. And, you know, if I had a nickel for every time I've tapped with someone to clear resentment, I'd be blue diamond. No, presidential diamond. I can't remember the chart. But yeah, absolutely. This is one of these places where using a tool like tapping can be so helpful, because we do have these stories, and it's not because we're bad or stupid. It's because we have programming telling us what keeps us safe. Where your unconscious mind thinks you're safe is where you are right now. And in order to allow yourself to move beyond that and to stop telling yourself stories, because the only reason your mind tells you these stories is because that means I get to stay in my comfort zone. And, it's funny that we use the term comfort zone because it's generally not very comfortable. And maybe, wow, I can barely pay my bills, and there's this and there's that. And so, but part of us says it's familiar, and that's what I can handle. And so that's why we tell ourselves these stories of, oh, well, my downline's not doing what they need to do. My upline is useless. And so because of that, I'm a victim of my team, and I can't get what I want. And it's brilliant from the level of the part of your mind that thinks it's keeping you safe based on old ideas of what's familiar and what you're allowed to do. And do what Jessie is suggesting and let it go. Let go of those resentments, let go of those things and say, you know what? Me living a kick-ass life is far more interesting than coming up with excuses for why I'm not living a kick-ass life. And you might want to tap right now as you think about it, because part of you might be going, yeah, sure. But you have it within you, because here's the thing. You wouldn't be here listening to us and watching us right now if there wasn't something inside you that knew you could do this. The heck yes is already there inside you. It's like I always go back to the Michelangelo principle, and how Michelangelo said the statues were already there inside the marble, and all he had to do was chip away what didn't belong to reveal the masterpiece inside, like the David. That heck yes on that first slide is inside you. That's why you're here right now. And we just want to clear away what covers that up. And so that's why we use the tapping, is because tapping is such an effective way of dealing with the stress that comes up when we start to challenge our comfort zone. And we challenge it with those stories. I mean, we support the comfort zone with those stories by telling ourselves, well, here's an excellent reason why I can't do that. And all of the people that are being successful in this business are there because they have overcome those stories. And it's not that they just magically didn't have them, because Jessie will tell you she's had plenty of those stories, like she was saying about money, huge stories about money. I do a lot of work with folks on clearing their beliefs about money. And it's not because I am some sort of capitalist monster that is all about making money. The main reason is because when we believe we have to limit the amount of money we have, then we limit the amount of service we provide in the world. Because we know that, that in your business, if you're out there sharing and enrolling and getting these great products, whatever business you're in, whether you're in essential oils or nutrition or some other entrepreneurial endeavor, that you have something to share with other people that will benefit them. And to quote the great Jessie Reimers, if you're not sharing, you're being a dick. So it's looking at, and resistance to money is one of those places that stops us from sharing, because it's like, if I share, I'm going to benefit and I'm going to get money, and I'm not supposed to have money. Nonsense. You are supposed to do all the good you can do and receive all the good you can receive. So, okay, I'll step off my soapbox for a moment, but.
And I can tell you, let's go through all the excuses right now that I've come up with to hold myself back in my doTERRA business. Too young. No one's going to listen to me. I look like I'm 12 years old. I have no tertiary qualifications. I have zero business experience. I've never run a business in my life. I've never even been a supervisor at McDonald's. I'm breastfeeding a baby. I have a 4-year-old that needs my attention. I have absolutely no money. This is when I started my business. I was on Centrelink, which is welfare here. I have no time. I'm not liked enough. Literally have no one in my life. Like, people find me too intense. I have severe social anxiety. I have high functioning Asperger's. I still buy into the belief that no one likes me. I've especially bought into it the last few weeks. And these.
That I like you, though.
Yeah, you like me sometimes. sometimes I'm sure I irritate you.
Never.
Never. Thanks, Brad. And I have used Brad's tapping for quite a number of years now, and I noticed a massive shift in all this crap holding me back. And it doesn't mean that stuff still doesn't crop up every now and then, but I tell you what, it crops up a lot less, and I'm quick to shift it. I have private sessions with Brad. I have other people in my life that I work very quickly to clear it, and I keep showing up. Like 2,000 people registered for this webinar today, and I can tell you this morning, I was packing it. I was like, I have no value to bring. I have, what do I know? I had not prepared the PowerPoint. I did this PowerPoint like an hour before the webinar, after taking my kids to school and freaking out, and then doing tapping and applying essential oils, and also talking to a bunch of people in my business that have my back and raise me when I'm not feeling great about myself. And it's just been recently that I dipped into it. Like, it happens every now and then. It's like you get to this level and then you upper limit yourself and dive into all this crap again. And you get to this level, you upper limit and dive into all this crap again. Big Leap by Gay Hendricks is a great book for dealing with that. But tapping is honestly the #1 personal development tool that I have used to help shift the money blocks, the unworthiness blocks, the no one likes me blocks, the fear of rejection blocks, every single block. And that's why Brad and I created an e-course to deal with these, because his YouTube channel is amazing, but it's not specific to network marketing. And there were a bunch of things that I couldn't find on his YouTube channel. And I didn't feel great at making my own scripts. I do that, make my own scripts and tap along. But Brad's humor and the way he channels and brings through exactly what I need to shift a specific block, I find extremely helpful. And the humor, like if I can laugh at myself and very quickly shift something, then I find that really, really helpful. So that's why I asked Brad if he would create a specific network marketing course with me. And I was packing death about that as well, by the way. It's like, no way is this big guy with these millions of views and whatever, he's going to want to do a network marketing course with some chick that he knows nothing about and couldn't care less about. And then I tapped through that fear and asked him with like my throat closing with anxiety. And he was like, yeah, sure, that sounds great. So it's very helpful to tap through the crap holding you back. And
and the key thing is your passion about what you want to create in the world was so obvious. It's like, how can I not get on board with this? And it gave me a focus for what I do, because I have hundreds of videos on YouTube, but they're all over the place. I offer that service so folks can cover a bunch of different things. But in terms of focusing on a particular kind of business, and again, I still believe that the course itself is beneficial for pretty much any entrepreneur. Only some of the languaging is specific towards network marketing, and yet it still targets exactly what network marketers go through. Mm-hmm. And so Jessie built up the list of, okay, here are the things that network marketers get stuck with, like the list that she just went through. And again, as you heard that, I'll encourage you to be tapping as you think about that and what your stories are, because chances are you may say, oh, well, Jessie is a superstar and she can do all this because she doesn't have my doubts. Well, she just laid it out for you. She does. And so allowing yourself to see that that's evidence that those doubts aren't real, and they are not a real block to your success. Just because you have those doubts does not mean that you'll never be able to do it, because there's Jessie right in front of you, having achieved what she's achieved in spite of those things. And as you said, a big part of that is using this process of tapping, because we try to talk ourselves into things, but it's very hard to talk ourselves out of a stress response and just logically try to say, oh yes, I'm going to logic my way out of these money beliefs, or these beliefs about, for some of you, the stuff may have come up when Jessie was sharing the scripts, the enrollment scripts, or the business opportunity script. And right away it might have been, oh no, everybody would be mad at me. Nobody would listen to me about that. No, and people would reject me right away. And as Jessie said, yes, some people will, but a lot of people will say yes. There are a lot of people who are waiting to hear that kind of opportunity and that kind of invitation, and they're not sure where to go, and you could be the person who gives them that opportunity. If you could just get over your fear, just allow yourself to move through that and recognize that you do have something of value to share, and allowing yourself to work through those limiting beliefs so that you can have the kind of life you want, but also do the kind of good that you can do.
Yeah, love it. I'm going to jump back into my slides now. So here's some advice from some other Blue and Presidential Diamond leaders. Sometimes we put so much focus into who's coming with me rather than I'm going and you're welcome to come if you choose. That's from Cami. Shift your focus when things are flowing in. Don't waste time trying to drag lifeless leaders up the hill. Teach a lot of classes and I'll meet one-on-one with people, enroll, and then go out and enroll even more. So this ties really back into taking that personal responsibility and inviting fresh people in instead of just saying, oh, that leader doesn't want to do it, and playing the victim. That's from Natalie Warner-Rigby. She's awesome. Teach classes and one-on-ones. Enroll all the people. See the streamline focus here? Lifestyle overviews or wellness consults and customer education to get everyone ordering their loyalty rewards order. Michelle Hildebrand McVaney. And then advice from Tara Bliss, who's another beautiful presidential diamond here in Australia. Are we using our reluctance to, in quotes, enable as an excuse not to claim ownership of our own lives, dreams, and desires? I hear this one a lot. I don't want to enable such and such to get to the rank of elite. And trust me, I've gone there. I used to ring up my upline and say, this person doesn't deserve to be this rank. I'm doing all the work, blah, blah, blah. I go into massive story and like rage and resentment. And she would say to me, Jessie, do you deserve to be at that rank and that level? And I would say, yes, I'm working my ass off. And she's like, well, get over it and get it done. And it's so true. I was using being a victim and raging about them not doing the work or as much work as me or showing up in the ways I wanted them to as a way to hold myself back. And it absolutely was not serving me. So think about this quote. Are we using our reluctance to enable as an excuse not to claim ownership of our own lives, dreams, and desires? And cut that crap out. And
it's like a video that I have called Suffering to Punish Others.
Yeah. Ridiculous, right? Does not serve you. When it feels really hard though, there might be disappointments, no-shows, no one comes to a class, someone that says they want to build doesn't follow through on the actions that they said they were going to do, letdowns, things that go wrong. This does not mean that you are not on the right path. This is what I see happen a lot. Things not going to plan, and people take that as a message from the universe that they're not on the right path. I can tell you right now, my experience is the universe tests you when you are closest to your calling. And I say, thanks, universe. I'm actually really serious about this, and I'm doing it irregardless of what you put in my way. I'm going to find a way around, over, underneath. Whatever I'm doing, I'm going to bulldoze through and make it happen. So I appreciate your tests in my faith, but I've got this. Thank you. Can you please now make this easier and call in the miracles? That works really well for me. And then I dive into reading back messages or texts or Facebook messages or posts and reflects on the lives that I have changed and why I'm doing this. Like even in the very early days, there might have only been one or two texts that I got from people saying, you know, my child is sleeping, or I'm feeling way less anxious thanks to that blend that you shared with me, or just thank you so much for caring about me and sharing something that's really meant a lot to me. And now when things get hard for me, I reflect on the people in my business who I've helped create six-figure and multiple six-figure incomes, and the way they've stepped out of, you know, fear and not feeling good enough and not wanting to be seen and fear of public speaking and all these different things, and the way they're absolutely stepping into their power, blossoming and showing up as absolute legends, and how much I enjoy that friendship and relationship and connection. And I reflect on that. I stay there because it can be so easy to dip into the negative and the people that have been unkind or the things that haven't gone well. And if you bring yourself back to the lives you're changing, then keep friggin' going. Anything that you want to add there, Brad? hard and feeling disappointed, we actually do have a video specific to that in the ecourse as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, because disappointment, we are so, and folks, go ahead and keep tapping here. If you're not already, as you think about, especially just right now when Jessie was talking about the different blocks that have come up, because those, you can be tapping as you think about those and be clearing those out. And disappointment is one of those huge things that stops us. This is why so many people have said, oh, don't get your hopes up, because it comes from this belief that when you get your hopes up, you risk disappointment, and disappointment's the worst thing that could happen. It's like, no, because here's the thing. If we don't risk disappointment, we guarantee it.
Absolutely.
It's like if you say, well, if I set a course and only 3 people show up, I'll be disappointed. If you don't set up the course, nobody will show up. So you're guaranteeing disappointment. Better to have put it out, and you always learn from everything you do. It's a win-win situation. You say, you put it out there, no one shows up, because I've done this. I've had workshops that I've set up and no one shows up. I have a workshop coming up right now, and 2 back-to-back workshops, and one of them is basically sold out, and the other one, there's only a few people there. It's like, okay, so I look at it, find out what do I need to know about that particular location, and I just never allow myself to get disappointed about that, because there's a trust that it's working. I'm getting what I need, and I'm learning, and there's always something valuable in it. So that idea of disappointment is old programming that is not serving you. And tap it away, clear it out.
I'll be honest with how I lived my life prior to doTERRA. My philosophy was that if I don't try and I don't set a goal and I don't put in any effort, when I don't hit the goal, I can say, oh, I didn't really care, I didn't try anyway, whatever. And just be like super, have my
Exactly.
friends on and give 0 shits about anything.
Yeah.
Did that serve me? No. So when I hit a goal now, and I have put out and written down and manifested many goals and not hit them on the months that I've been going for it. And I do feel disappointed, but then I think, what if I hadn't set that goal? What if I hadn't put it out there? And what if I hadn't put in 300% focus on that? I wouldn't have achieved anywhere near what I have achieved. And I focus on how many new people I did bring in, how many amazing things did happen that month, and the momentum created. And all of the effort I've gone to has not gone unwasted. It means that I'm way closer to hitting that goal the next time I set it. So I don't let setting a goal and not hitting it hold me back from setting it again and setting it again and setting it again. And then I do hit it, but it's because I set it and I show up and give it everything I have, instead of doing the half-ass, so that, when I don't hit it, I can say, didn't even try.
So everyone be tapping as you think about that, and think of any part of you that might say, well, at least if I don't give my full effort, at least I can use that as an excuse. So if I don't get if I don't reach the outcome that I wanted, I can say, oh, well, it's not because I wasn't good enough. It's not because I didn't have the talent. It's because I didn't put in the effort. That is a crappy reward, and just dump that crap right now. It's like, stop settling for crappy rewards like that. The reward of being able to justify it in that way, because no one is going to say, oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. That's cool. Yeah, good on you that you have that good reason for not reaching your goal because you didn't give it a full effort. I can really admire that. It's not a valid reason. It's not a justification. So kick that one to the curb.
So, and then now that we've kicked that one to the curb, take massive action. This will require you stepping out of your comfort zone. Do honestly double, triple what you think you're going to need to rank advance. Go out there and literally smash it from every angle. Own it, show up, take massive action. And as I always say, get it done. Literally just get it done. So we do have our amazing Tapping into Network Marketing Success e-course again. It starts in just over a week on the 1st of May. And this is the last time in 2018 Brad and I are running this e-course. It says 31 short tapping videos, but we actually, and videos isn't spelled correctly. Awesome. But we actually have bonus rounds as well. And we have mastermind and Q&A sessions, so you can jump on for weekly during the month of May with Brad and I, and you can bring any blocks that weren't covered in the tapping videos. You can ask questions, and you can spend time with the both of us to help you smash through even more limiting beliefs, blocks, and negative thinking, holding you back in your network marketing business. So if you're interested in this, go to my website, www.getafreshstart.com.au, one word, and go up to the top menu, and there's ecourse button up the very top menu. You can jump on and read all about the ecourse, all about the inclusions, and you can register. You can also become an affiliate of this ecourse, and every person that signs up through your unique URL, and there's instructions how to do this on my website, you will receive $111 commission back from that. Also, if you want to sponsor people in your team to do it, you could use your affiliate link and then give them the $111 commission that you get, so that the course is actually half price for them. So I know quite a few leaders in my team and other teams have been doing that as well. But irregardless, you're going to get 111 commission for every single person that enrolls through your unique link. And just honestly, when this webinar finishes, or even right now, go to my website, commit and invest in yourself, and do the e-course, because the global feedback, Brad, I'm sure you'll agree, that we've had from this e-course has been phenomenal. And the amount of people at Rank Advance during and after tapping e-course, and just share with us how much better they feel about themselves, and how many blocks they've worked through, and how things in their business are shifting. They're no longer feeling as stuck. They're no longer feeling as, helpless. I mean, Brad, what would you like to share about that?
Yeah, and that's one of the other components of the e-course, is that you're in a private Facebook group. And so as each day in the Facebook group, the new video is released there, and you're able to support each other and have accountability by saying, okay, I've tapped along with this. So the people who are your accountability partners can see that you've done that. And it's awesome to see how many people actually tag their accountability partners in there and hold each other to it and support each other through it. And then seeing the comments in there where they say, wow, this made such a difference, and I've just made this shift, or I've just made this, just reached this goal, and I didn't think I was going to make it. I've been overwhelmed actually by the feedback and the comments of people going through it. So it's great. And at that part, I just wanted to bring up the Facebook group, because that kind of support and that kind of community that gets built into it is another important factor of supporting each other through it. That's why we've done it actually in this way. Instead of creating an e-course, like all of my other e-courses are there, you can download it, you can buy it, download it, and then leave it sitting there. And maybe I'll get to it at some point. I have, several hard drives full of things that I've downloaded and not done anything about. But we run this as a live course so that you are going through it with a group. You're supporting each other. It's released day by day so that you don't overwhelm yourself. And, so again, this is the last time we're going to do it this year. I think we're planning to do it in January again. But we both have busy calendars the rest of the year. So.
And also, you do get lifetime access to all of the videos, all the bonus materials, and all the live masterminding Q&A sessions. So if you find the time doesn't work for you, anyone anywhere in the world can join this e-course as well, because again, you can just jump on at a time that suits you. One thing I do recommend though is putting a reminder in your phone every day at a time that will work for you, whether it's when you first wake up, or on your lunch break, or sitting in the car waiting for Pilates to start, or sitting in the car waiting to pick your kids up from school is a great one, because each video only takes 5 to 10, maybe 12 minutes kind of max a day. That's all that you're investing. But doing that over 31 days, and along with the bonus materials and the masterminds, that creates massive habit shifts. And yeah, like I do the e-course with everybody each round that we do. And I find each time I do it even more powerful. So having those videos there for life, like we have one for preparing before you go into a class or a workshop, like do that every time. Or one for fear of being seen in public speaking. So whenever you do present, whether that's on a Zoom call or in person or whatever, you can be reusing these videos to help even shift the limiting beliefs even more and peel back the layers of the onion and just show up even more powerfully in your life and in your business. It's pretty awesome. So,
and thank you for doing so, because that's why we do what we do, is so that other people will step up, because, you know, the world needs a lot, and Jessie and I can't do it all on our own. So we, you know, and the people that are out there, so we often fall into a trap of thinking, yeah, that's for someone else to do. And there's so many things that you can look at and say, and you know, say to yourself, if it is to be, it is up to me. And take advantage of the resources that help you be the kind of person that you can make, and that only you can make.
Absolutely. So again, guys, if you want to register for the tapping course or register to be an affiliate and share with others, jump on to www.getafreshstart.com.au and go up to the ecourse menu up the top. And just thank you so much for showing up today, showing up for yourself. All of those of you that are going to watch this replay later on as well, thanks for being here. Can't wait.
If you can't remember Jessie's long URL, if you go to tapwithbrad.com, on my events page, there's a link to the ecourse.
So you can go
for those of us with short memories that can't remember a long URL.
Yeah, tapwithbrad.com or getafreshstart.com.au, because I'm in Australia. Either one will have the ecourse up there. Can't wait to celebrate your rank advancements, guys. Like, so excited. Leadership retreat coming up for those of you in doTERRA. I know a lot of you are a part of our Launch to Elite, Power to Premier, Smash Silver program. Just want to honor you all for showing up and for being the brave ones and the courageous ones that work through the stuff holding you back and continue to show up and continue to get it done. You guys are awesome. Thanks, Brad, for being on this webinar today. And it is absolutely pouring down here. I hope it's not interfering with sound too much. But yeah, have a beautiful day, guys. Look forward to celebrating you all.